And we're going straight in with video 2. My name's Kerry Ann. Welcome in. So says Kez. Disclaimers, my thoughts and opinions, I swear, and also I tangent, because I don't script anything that I do. Literally, I get an idea and you learn what I think about it at the same time as I do. I like working that way. It's the direct opposite of my arch nemesis, them bastards. You know, it's like the Prime Minister is set to give a speech on Wednesday or whatever. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? That's a stupid fucking idea. Set to give a speech next Tuesday. This is what he's going to say. You don't get the truth when you sit and plan out what you're going to say like that. If you're telling the truth, you could tell that I'm telling the fucking truth. Oh God, that went a bit. You could tell that I'm telling the truth. I don't have time to fucking bullshit on the fly. And also, I look over that way, which means when you look off to the left, learned that on Jeremy Kyle. And I've caught myself out lying many, many years ago. I was like, I watched myself back and I'm like, that ain't the truth. And my eyes went off there. That's like, you look off to the right when you're or you're non-dominant or I don't fucking know. It's not necessarily the right, but you look off to the direction that you don't usually look in. Unless you're Roger Norris. Like, literally, a fucking eyes all over the show, mate. I don't think that bloke's ever told the truth. Justice for Liam. Yeah. So I was, like, thinking in bed, right? Obviously. If you've been here a while, you'll know that a lot of my work starts with, so I had this dream. I woke up and I was thinking about it, about the antichrist. This is why I'm single, mate. Can you imagine? You imagine being my fucking boyfriend or girlfriend, getting up in the morning and it's like, what did you dream about last night? The Antichrist. Do you want to have a conversation about the Antichrist? Oh, let's. I'll put the kettle on. I didn't dream about it. It's just something that I thought of when I woke up. You know, like, I was thinking, you know, look at you don't hear of an anti-Muhammad. So I was thinking to myself, what would an anti-Muhammad do? Because obviously the Antichrist brings hatred and suffering, because Christ is about bringing peace and love and, you know, like people getting on with each other, you know, love thy neighbour, doing to others as you would have done unto yourself. Although, like, a lot of Christianity doesn't understand the words of Jesus. For example, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And you cannot serve God and the pursuit of personal wealth, because they're complete fucking opposite things. A lot of Christians do not fucking understand that being a greedy bastard makes you unchristian, and that Jesus will probably spit in your face, turn over your tables, that kind of thing. Most people don't get that, because, you know, like, and that's fine. As long as you take away the core principles of love, respect, and not harming other people, you're all right when you die. Islam, however, teaches the exact opposite of that. In order to be a good Muslim, the more people you kill, the more virgins you get in heaven. Kind of anti-Christ, just as it is, wouldn't you say? Islam is kind of the anti-Christ as it is. But I was like, well, what if you had an anti-Muhammad? I'm so sorry. I mean, you know that it's a brainwashing call when literally you have to be called Mohammed, right? But you also know that they have shot themselves in the foot from the fucking get-go and shown themselves up for being not really that bright by doing this. Although we show ourselves up for not being this bright, for just thinking it's quirky that they're all called Mohammed, right? But nobody actually looks really at Muhammad, and I've not gone too far into it. But I do know that he married a girl at 6 and took her virginity when she was 9 years old. And that is in Islam, that is seen as okay by the imams, by the higher ups. It's seen as perfectly okay having sex with a 9-year-old child if they're ready. By ready, Islam means bleeding. If they're ready. And I don't mean that like as in red. Oh, look, she's a bit ready. You got red on you. Shaun of the Dead. But yeah, they think that that is ready. The reason that a girl starts her periods is so that she can have babies for a man. So the anti-Muhammad would be a woman for a start off, you would think. Or a group of women. Because obviously Muhammad is like every Muslim man is taught that they must emulate Muhammad because he is perfect. We're told that Jesus is perfect. They both got an arsehole. Bet they've both spewed. Bet you any money Jesus not won out at some point in time in his life. You know that Muhammad did. Muhammad did no but fucking shag. He got 13 wives, mate. Like was it? I don't know. I heard somebody reading from, I think it was a hadith, that he'd basically got 9 wives at this point in his life, and he satisfied them all nightly. He went round and had sex with 9 women, made sure all of his wives, he didn't make sure they had orgasms, probably couldn't have orgasms, because also in Islam, quite common to chop women's clitorises off so that they don't enjoy sex, because sex is just about the man. So the anti-Muhammad, definitely female, mate. Definitely female. So that's the picture. Because obviously we've got a picture of the antichrist because we've all seen the Omen. But there's not even talk of an anti-Muhammad. So the anti-Muhammad would be incredibly respectful to women. Incredibly respectful to women. Every woman, he'd only have one at a go if he had one. And he'd make sure that she was sorted out first before he got his. Do you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't go round and slaughter people to take over their land. He wouldn't be bummed bandy by 30 fucking well-hung naked black men. Zoot. Z-U double T, I think. Go and Google it. Have a laugh. They hate that. They hate people having a laugh. Although I did see 2 Muslim women in the audience of a comedian that I saw a clip of the other day on Facebook. And this fucking brave man, there's 2 women, a woman with her mother or mother-in-law, both wearing hijabs. And he said, like, oh, like you guys are Muslim. Why are you wearing the head coverings? I thought, fucking hell, mate, do you want to get beheaded in the car park? Like, who you're talking to, right? And literally the first words out of this woman's mouth were, well, for a start off, it's our own decision. Which had been brainwashed into her. Like, this is your decision. You do it, but we're going to make it your life so fucking unbearable if you don't do it. And we're going to keep you in fear because under Sharia law, any woman or girl who doesn't wear a head covering, basically is fair sexual gain, can be taken under Sharia law. When you're listening to should we have Sharia, don't sound too bad. It won't sound too bad when it's coming from Muslims, because they have a word taqiyya, meaning to lie, and basically it just looks like they all do it everywhere they fucking go, to be fair. What's brainwashed into these people from birth and repeated 5 times a day is be fearful, do as fucking, if you don't do what we've written down for you, like literally, you might as well die. And if you don't, we're going to kill you anyway. It's fucking the religion of peace, they call themselves. The religion of fucking peace. Keep your fucking peace. I've had enough peace. But yeah, so like female genital mutilation is a thing that is it also practiced in England, and they will sometimes sew up the hole so that it's more pleasurable for the man, because the hole is so. Yeah, the anti-Muhammad, definitely a woman, and I think that somebody needs to make a film about it. Like you know, you can use all Muslim actors and shit, but I should like literally. I think everybody deserves to know the truth, and Islam is not the truth. Neither is Christianity. There are elements of the truth in every religion, right? But to truly find God, you have to go inwards. It's not written for you anywhere else. Nobody can go, here you go, here's God. Shut your eyes. Boff. What is it? Lift a rock and I'll be there. Split a piece of wood and you'll find me. Is it? Like literally, nature, God is everywhere. And if you want to picture that as Jesus, picture that as fucking Jesus. If you want to picture it as Muhammad, picture it as fucking Muhammad, picture it as Allah. But for fuck's sake, don't go out and stab anybody for it. There's a huge, like the video I've just made is about stabbing in Leicester. But there's a huge lot of stabbings going on at the minute, at the neck. It actually says in the Quran, I think, like quote me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think it's in the Quran. It's Quran. It's not in Quran. In the Quran, or in a hadith or something, strike them at the neck. Like literally, it's how they're taught to basically, if somebody pisses you off, stab them in the neck or behead them, or chop their hands off. Religion of peace, I can't take it. So yeah, let's have a little chit chat about this. Why is there no anti-Muhammad for a start off? Where did the antichrist come from? And basically, I quite like the sound of an anti-Muhammad. I quite like the sound of somebody who's bringing to the world the opposite of child abuse and mass fucking slaughter. I quite like the sound of that. Who's with me? Anyways, if you fancy, please like, share, subscribe, and all of that sexy deliciousness. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Thank you for coming. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.